babe. I wanna stay up all night with you. No games to play, just wanna stay up all night with you.
Hey guys, guess what today is? It is February 7th, and it is mine and John's 24th wedding anniversary, but it is also my 14 years on YouTube. 14 years. And it does not feel like it. To me, it feels like maybe 10. You know, it's like, it does feel like a long time because I've been through a lot with you guys. I've just grown up with you guys. And before I forget, I'm gonna put my first video ever down there. It was at night, and we had gone to a birthday party that day for Will, one of the girls at Will's school. He was still in preschool at the time. We probably went out to eat or something, and just for some reason I decided to open up my lap book at the kitchen counter and make like an introductory video. I had been watching YouTube for a few months, and that December I had gotten a laptop with a webcam. So that was my very first video, and I cherish that video because when you watch it, you will hear my kids playing in the background. And I believe we were watching Madagascar. I don't know if you guys were like this, but we always had like some type of cartoon or something going on in the house. When I watch that and I just hear those sounds, in a lot of my videos, I'll see Bridget in the background and my cats that have passed away. I think, how lucky am I to have those videos and just be able to relive those moments again. And you know, I don't care what I look like. I don't care how ridiculous anything, my house, I treasure those videos. And another thing I treasure is you. I am gonna try not to get emotional here today, but I was putting together some things to show you today, and I'll go into that in a minute. It made me realize how close we are, like how much we've shared together, and just the true relationship that I have with you guys, some individual, then you as a whole. I've always felt like we're friends, I'm just here, you're just there. And then a lot of times I almost feel like I represent you guys. I represent us here on YouTube. And that's why I never want to change. And I never want to be anything other than what I am, because I feel like I am you and I love it. That's why everything good that happens to me, I want to share it with you, because it's because of you and it's for us. So enough of the sappy stuff. I can feel my nose starting to run. And I did not put my microphone on me today. I just put it right here. So I almost thought, let's just don't use a microphone so we can go back to the old days. The old days when you just literally lifted up your laptop, did a video. I don't even know if I edited. I think I might have edited just a little bit, but there certainly wasn't any editors or fancy stuff, you know. And I remember you could make annotations like literally on YouTube in the program. And what else was I thinking the other day that was so different back then? Oh, when people ask me what my YouTube name is, and I say Lisa D1, and I always tell them I started before it was a cool thing to do to, you know, make up your name. I think some people thought about it, like Makeup by Tiffany D, and some people like that, but I didn't. The only reason I'm Lisa D1 is because that was just simply my username that I started with when I was watching videos, and now I wouldn't trade it for the world. So what I've done today is we're going to go through 14 items from the Hall of Fame. 14 things. There's going to be more than 14 because when I started making the list, it just went on, and then when I was putting my makeup on, it just went on and on. So there's at least going to be 14 things here that have just been exciting, things that I feel like, you know, I might be known for because I just felt so passionate about it. I just almost insisted that you go get it. And I still feel that way about so many things, and I'm probably going to go through some here. But I have a true love of makeup, hair, clothes, beauty, shoes, of being a woman. I love children. I love animals. Anything you can think of that is in the feminine realm, that is what I love. I'm just passionate about my femininity, and I think it just comes through. And I couldn't hide it if I tried. So let's start with, I'm gonna start with my list and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, Laura Vitale. I always think about her when I use this because she mentions it to me, but remember this guy? Remember the big purple 2-inch curling iron with the Velcro rollers? I have used this for, I've got 2 of them because I was scared that they would quit making them. I think I can find them for you still. It might not be the purple one, but it's the same brand. It's Hot Tools. This sucker, it is a blowout. Like, it's not going to give you a curl. Matter of fact, I did my bangs with it today. It's not going to give you a curl, but it will smooth your hair, and it's perfect if you are doing Velcro rollers. Now, with that said, I am still, this little bit of trimming on the side of my hair has like thrown me for a loop. And I've been trying this and that and this and that to get the exact style I want. So last night I decided I'm going to just do a blowout and then put each piece in a Velcro roller. So that's what I did. You know, of course it's not curly, and I used some new products from IGK. I will put a picture up here and list it. If you want texture, use these products. I mean, I knew when I sprayed a few of those things in, I was like, oh, it's over. I am gonna have big hair, and I do. I've kind of calmed it down some from when it was this morning by curling it a little bit, but I will put those things down below. But this curling iron is the best. It is just a winner. And I think if your hair is, even if it's just to here, I think you would love it. The next one I don't have, and I cannot believe it, but Rachel K CC Cream. There will never be another, never. There was something so special about that CC Cream. Kathy from, I think she lived in, does she live in Singapore? She is the one that sent it to me, Chef Kathy. And there was just something about it that you could put on a thin layer. It would cover your skin basically. Some stuff would still show through, but it would dry down. So it was bulletproof. I could go to Jungle Rapids, the water park. I could go to the beach. I could do anything, and that would not move. And John and I, actually, when they were closing it down, they offered it to me to buy it and label it, my own label and everything. And we were so excited. I mean, I remember looking at labels and just thinking of all the different things, but the thing that stopped us was, I don't know if you remember, they changed the formula. I think they had changed it to skincare. A couple of times I know we were sweating it because it got caught in customs, and I would order big boxes of it because that's when I would sell it on my website. They had to take the talc out of it for some reason, and when they took the talc out of it, it was never the same. And it was a pretty big investment for us at that time, and we got scared. Now, looking back, I wish I would have done it, because I still, to this day, think even the new formula without the talc was better than anything I can find today that has that amount of sunscreen, waterproof, smoothing. I mean, it was just so good. So if you experienced that, I'm glad you experienced that with me. Okay, after that was the Laura Mercier mineral powder. Now, I could get upset about this because discontinuing this and the tinted moisturizer was one of the craziest things. I think the Laura Mercier brand, I realized they were purchased by, I think, Shiseido. It's like Jiffy discontinuing peanut butter. It was one of their main, like, most basic products, especially the tinted moisturizer, and they reformulated that. They never did even come back with more of the mineral powder. My colors were rich vanilla and classic beige. Now, most of the things I show you today, I am wearing. So I have on, if I look a little dark, it's because I used the rich vanilla and the classic beige. And you guys, it is just so yummy. It is so creamy. It is the best mineral powder. I do not have another one to tell you. If I had to tell you one, it would be the Tarte, newest Tarte mineral powder. And I might try it again. Just the medium beige, I think. Medium beige neutral or something like that. There will never be another Laura Mercier. And I have backups. I don't use it as much because I feel like I hate doing that, you know, when you can't get it. But I do still use it, especially in the summer, because You put sunscreen on and then you put that mineral powder over it and it's locked in. Okay, the next thing I have is, and this is something, oh goodness, where is it? I might have to fuss at you just a little bit. It's the Lancome Ideal. If you have one of these, I'm not going to fuss at you, but if you have never tried this, I'm telling you, it's lips in a stick. It is like the exact color of my lips, and I keep hearing that they are discontinuing this. So I just ordered another, even though I have multiple backups, but you have to get it. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it, and then if you don't like it for some crazy reason, there's someone you know that will like it. But I know it's been taken off of several websites. I ordered mine from Ulta, and it's just, let me do a swatch. It is just perfection. It's perfection. If I had to go with one lip liner for the rest of my life, it would be this one. And I mean it. It is just, there's no other. Now, I've always loved Bronzelle, even before YouTube, but Bronzelle is a little bit more brown and not as mauve. I just feel like this one is just so nude that you can put it with anything. So I'm just demanding that you order one of those. Okay, so let's go on to Buxom Celeste. All of these are things that I have gone through, like multiple bottles and palettes and everything, and this is one of them. I don't think I've ever used as much of a lip gloss as this one. The only thing that might come close is the one I'm going to show you, City Beauty San Diego. This one I've gone through, especially the clear. The clear I've gone through probably 10 or 15 tubes because I wear it every night, every morning. But this one is that just rosy. I'm gonna put it with the Ideal too so you can see. It's like a corally, pinky, just goodness. And then here is Buxom Celeste. Now Buxom Celeste I don't wear on its own as much as I do San Diego. This is more of a kind of a topper, but you could. So I'm telling you, it makes my heart race just looking at that. It's so good. And then the next one I was going to say is one that I've gone through tube after tube is Jane Iredale Candied Rose. And I've got it downstairs. I just thought about it. Like right now, I will put a picture of it up here. So these, oh my goodness. I mean, of course there's other glosses I like, but that's what gets me in my heart. Now I do love those new Lawless. They're coming up there too. Okay, Estee Lauder Rose Amethyst. There will never be another. There just won't. I've got it on today. My precious husband John would take me to the CCO to buy all the ones that he could. You guys were sending me tubes. I don't know if I'll ever love a lipstick like that. And here it is. Let's see. Even the tube. I remember I found this on a Black Friday. I was in Belk back when the mall was happening and there was makeup artists everywhere, and the magic was still there. And Estee Lauder had a makeup artist. I think I just asked for a lip combo. And she said, my best friend has blonde hair and blue eyes, and this is her favorite combo. And she did Rose Amethyst, which is what I have on today. So you can see it is like a cool tone pink. That's what the Amethyst comes from. And then the lip liner that she used is this one. And I just was shopping my stash the other morning, all of my backups, and I got this back out. So that is Estee Lauder Fig, and that is what I have on my lips. Now at first I tried Lancome Ideal because I thought I was going to be cute and just use all my favorites, but Lancome Ideal did not look as good with Rose Amethyst as this does. So this might be a little bit darker because it was hard to wipe that off. But it is a fabulous lip liner. It comes with a refill. It's awesome, and I'm pretty sure you can still buy this. LORAC Exposed. Probably my favorite blush of all times, the greatest of all times, is LORAC Exposed. Look how much I've used of it. The closest thing is going to be Milani Luminoso. That is so close. This is still a little bit better, but that one is very close. And then this one is very close. And then another one I really love and you might remember how much, is the Makeup by Mario Creamy Peach. Oh gosh, they keep coming to me. And the Buxom blushes. All of those are so good. But this new Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush is so pretty. It's still got that sheen to it. This is going to be peachier, I think. So you can see one is peachier, but they've both got that sheen that is scrumptious. I love it. So this is a very inexpensive dupe for that, and so is the Milani Luminoso. I think the Milani Luminoso might be a tad more orangey than this. This is just perfection. Okay, next we have Armani Master Corrector, and I think I used 01. I cannot remember. I know it was the salmon color one, and they quit making it. Since then, I have not really used a corrector. I think the beauty of that was the very, very light texture and that teeny tiny little wand and brush. Do you guys remember that? It was like 5 little long hairs, so you could really, really get like right in that little divot. Oh, that was some good stuff. What got me onto that is my friend Kim, who I mentioned in my very first video. She had gone to New York, and I had never been. And she went to an Armani makeup counter, and the makeup artist used that to blank out her lips. She had real pigmented lips, and she liked them to be blanked out before she put on lipstick. And he told her about that, and then somehow I ended up using it. So you can't buy it anymore, but if I had to recommend one, it would be this one. It also has a brush. It's just a little, it's fatter and shorter, but it's pretty good. And I'll be honest with you, I probably could use it. I probably would like it. I need to, try it again. But I get, you go through phases, and sometimes I will just go and watch some of my old videos, and it will make me remember how much I like certain products. So that's another advantage of being here, even if, like I said, even if I look crazy in the video, I don't know, sometimes I just had some crazy stuff on. But I know that I had fun, and I know that I enjoyed it so much. And I've always said this, if I felt good that day, that's all that matters. So I love that. Okay, I'm going down my list, but I'll have some other stuff. Laura Mercier Highlight 01. This is a good powder. You can see the divot I've put in this. I used it today as my highlight, and I also use it here. And when I used it, I thought, why haven't I been using this? This is the best powder to like clean up right here and make it, I don't know, I just love it when right here looks really yummy and it's kind of pronounced. Oh, just beautiful. This is the smoothest, most fabulous highlighting powder, and it's because it's not really, it is a highlighting powder, but it's not like it's blingy. It's just got a little bit of a sheen to it, and it really has a little bit of color that brightens and lightens. It's fabulous. I love it. Only thing I can say that I can do that with, and I like it, is the LORAC contour palette. That's another good one. I'm on my second or third one of those, and I think you can only find it on their website. I just love it. And I was thinking, when I put on the Estée Lauder Fig lip liner today with the Rose Amethyst, a lot of these products were like aha moments, like, oh, that's how they get that look. And I remember when she put this lipstick on with that lip liner, it was back when, I can't say that because I had used Chanel Nude with Chanel Bisque, which was that 90s look, that pure Naomi Campbell where it's the dark lip liner with the light lipstick. So I had experienced that. Maybe it was because I hadn't found anything that compared to that. Since then, it's just one of those times that you just like, it's like the perfect combination, and that's how I felt about it. Then when I started using this on the jawline, that was kind of like the perfect thing. I was like, oh, now I see how they get that. And another moment like that, I don't have the product anymore, but I can remember it clear as day. I can remember going to pick up Will at preschool, catching a look at myself in the mirror and being like, oh my gosh, look what I have done. I got that Clinique. Remember when they first came out, and it's like, I think they still have them. It's like a flower and then another flower and then a highlight in a square package, and it was the first one they'd ever come out with. And I think it was during that Rock Violet collection that I will talk about till the day I die, because that was my favorite Clinique collection. And I was using that kind of all over, and when it caught my cheekbones, it gave me contour, and therefore it kind of looked like the Victoria's Secret models. And back then, I wonder if this might have been before YouTube. Back then I didn't know how to get that look. Yep, it was before I started YouTube, because Will was right around 4, so that meant it was 2007, so that meant I hadn't started YouTube yet. That is funny. Okay, thinking about eyeshadows. Okay, I mentioned the other day Victoria's Secret Private Beach. Just the ultimate chocolatey, plummy goodness. Very similar to the Zara one that I showed you in my video that I posted yesterday that I will put up here. Just a fabulous eyeshadow. Nothing's compared to that, like the texture and everything else. I was just trying to think of other things that I like every time, and other things that have just continued to wow me over the years. It would be the Naked Basics 2 palette, and that's what I have on today. The Naked Basics 2. This is such a good palette. It's such a good palette that I feel like getting a backup. Now, is it realistic? Ooh, I do see a dent in that one. Is it realistic that I'll use all of this? I don't know, but I'm about to talk myself into ordering another palette. This is so good. This is so good. You need it. Okay, I've got a few things here because I have to get replacements here. I loved Urban Decay Naked, and I do still have it, but it's discontinued. So another color for that, in my opinion, and something that I have loved for years, if you've been here with me, you know it, but it is the Bare Minerals Pebble. I can look back at pictures and videos and think, oh my God, what was I wearing? And 9 times out of 10, it is this eyeshadow. It's that same concept where it is a plummy brown type color. My favorite way to wear it is with Laura Mercier Eye Basics in Buff. It just creates magic. So if you don't have this, I highly recommend that you get it. And then my favorite sparkle eyeshadow ever has been the Midnight Cowboy. I mean, look at that dent in there, and that's just from Inner Corner. I love it. I used to wear it a lot, like right over my black eyeliner. It's just so good, but they discontinued it. But my next favorite sparkle shadow, I mean, this is the best. I've got it on today, like over, I hope you can see, over my eyeshadow, is this one from Bobbi Brown in Moonstone. It's magic. You can put it on over anything. It is not even as sparkly as the Space Cowboy or whichever one that is. It's even prettier. But you can even just take your finger and just dot it on your eyeshadow. Like, look at this. Dot it on your eyeshadow, and it just is beautiful. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous eyeshadow. And then another one for the Hall of Fame is Bare Skin. I wore this in a video not too long ago, within the past year, and you guys loved it. It is the ultimate one shadow shadow. It is just, I mean, the name Bare Skin, it's beautiful. Let me swatch it. I don't even like pink shadows, but that one, where is it? Right here. See how it's more of like a rosy gold skin color. It's hard to even describe it. And when it hits your brow bone, it gets a little bit darker. All of these mineral powders do. It's gorgeous. So if you can still get Bare Skin, I think you can. I miss the days that they carried, you know, most of these in Ulta, but I'm pretty sure that you can still order them. Okay, this is something I'm wearing. I'm wearing most everything today, but my chest and my arms, I'm wearing my favorite body bronzer of all times. And I also, for a primer for this, I've been loving the any type of your body lotion mixed with like a pump of that OC body oil. Gives it just enough for this to stick, and just look how smooth, and look at the coverage that I have. And look how much I've enjoyed this Baked Body Frosting Face and Glow in Tahitian Glow. And this is an old Eco Tools brush, and I mean, up under your arms. This is another aha moment, and I share all of them with you, so that's why you have to watch me. And one thing I've always been bad about is there's a lot of these things I should have made a whole video for, and I would have been easier to find, and I'd probably have more subscribers. But like I've said, every video of mine has been like a variety show. So I think I did do a video on how to bronze your chest and arms. If I did, I will try to link it, or I'll try to find it. But what got me doing that is watching Shaws of Sunset, and it was Mercedes. She was getting ready to go out one night, and she took her bronzer and did that for the underneath of her arms just to look more fit and snatched. And I was like, wow, that looks so good. And see, even in the summertime, the underneath of my arms, I'm like a fish. The underneath will be like white. And so it really helps, you know, that look. And it also helps, just like I said, tone up your arms. If you've been here in the past year, you know I tried to order that, I think 3 or 4 more times, and every time it got here broken. I finally ordered one from QVC, I think, but it's a small one. But another one that I really love, obviously, is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Waterproof Face and Body Bronzer. I think the Tarte has more coverage. There they are. I mean, they're both fabulous. So, okay, so that's the Tarte. I do think it has more coverage. And then that's the LORAC. It's more of just, I mean, it still has some, but it's more of a sheen. That's why when you put on a lotion with a little bit of that oil in it, it leaves your skin just with a little bit of velvety, like tackiness, so that the bronzer just goes on and looks so good. Okay, turning my page here. You know I had to do a fragrance. Bronze Goddess. Oh my gosh. This is the dreamiest. This is my original bottle, so if you get one and it doesn't look like this, it's just because my bottle is old. I mean, this just is the happiest, sexiest, most feminine beach fragrance ever. Now, it doesn't last a whole long time, but it lasts long enough, you know? And it just takes me back to when my children were small and I would still get dressed up and just putting this on before we left the house. And then another one is Bobbi Brown Beach. I had the hand and body lotion. I've got the fragrance. I've had the shower oil. I've had the scented sunscreen. I have it all. These both are just in my heart. They always will be. With that said, there are some others. When I went through my perfume escapade, which I'm still a little bit in, I found some really good ones, and I decided this morning with these and with my blushes. When I was looking through my blushes, I was like, daggone, I've got a lot of good, like award-winning blushes in here. So I'm going to do a blush video, and I'm going to do a spring, summer, beachy scent, best of fragrance video. Look forward to that because I've got some good ones. Okay, Lancome. Did I bring it down? I don't think I brought it down. Lancome Art Liner. I used it today for my wing. This is the dark brown. It is so fabulous. I remember wearing art liner before I met John. There was a color called Carob, and it was like this bronzy, reddish brown shade. And a friend that I was hanging out with, she had blonde hair and blue eyes, and she said, you've got to get this. It makes your eyes look so blue. And so I got it. And that was back when I wore Definicils mascara and Juicy Tubes. And it was so good. I ended up getting it for my mom, I remember. And one of my favorite pictures of Brooke and I, matter of fact, it was the video where she did my makeup. I will try to put it up here. Any video, I will put a card up here and then I'll list down below too. Brooke used an art liner, and it just, I don't know, it has a special place in my heart. So art liner all the way. It's one of the only long liquidy liners that doesn't like get goopy in my eyelashes. Like a lot of people used to like the Makeup Forever one. I've tried the new Makeup Forever one. Any of those, or even L'Oreal, when you're doing your eyeliner, a little bit will get in your eyelashes and then it messes up your mascara. Makes them kind of crusty and not flutter the same. I I notice little things like that. So Lancome Art Liner, if you haven't tried that, it's a must. If you don't like wing liner, it's no big deal. It's very good to just get right by your lashes. Matter of fact, when I first started wearing it, I didn't do wing liner either. So that is a must try. It lasts a long time and it removes easily. Okay, the next one I have down here, this is a recent purchase, but I mean one that I feel very strongly about, and that is my Quay sunglasses. The collaboration with Paris Hilton. I bought extra backups. Let me see if I have a pair over here. Look what I've got. I told you I ordered backups. These are some of my favorite sunglasses of all times, and they're not available anymore. I told you to get them, and I understand if you don't like them, but I wanted you to try them. And they are just fabulous, fabulous in every way. They're comfortable, they're cool looking, they remind me a little bit of I've always liked kind of like Blade or Shield sunglasses. I remember my first ever favorite pair of sunglasses, I've always worn sunglasses, was my Killer Loop I had. And then these are just perfection. Now they don't make these anymore, which is very sad. But my next favorite, they do still make, and that is the ones I was telling you about the other day. My Privé Revaux, the Cocoa. And my favorite one is the pink, or the one, it's kind of like a grayish purple. That's my favorite. But these are my favorite sunglasses, I think, just about of all times. Okay, I know we're going past 14 items here, but I just can't help it. When I think about something that I have loved and I've ordered over and over and over again, I'm wearing them today. Red Cherry 43 lashes. Oh, these are some good lashes. I just cut 3 off the ends. These are very different than the Kiss Jubilee, which I love equally. I would say these are my 2 favorite lashes ever. These are not crisscrossy. These are more of your straight out, and they have a really thin band. And this is before I started really lifting the end. So I didn't lift it today. I just put the lashes right down to my lashes. I used to put these on before I put on mascara. And that way I could get them really close down into my lashes, and it was just such a really light look. Now I don't like doing that because it makes them, I can't wear them as many times, and it makes them harder to get off, and I don't want to pull out any of my lashes. So that is the Red Cherries, and the Kiss Jubilee would be my next favorite. And then I would say after that would probably just be the Demi Wispy, the Mink Demi Wispies, the real soft Demi Wispies. I don't think I mentioned this when I did my Rose Amethyst, but that's why this is shaped like that, because I took a big hunk of this off to send when I did my collaboration with Christian Audette to create this lipstick, which is Golden Hour. And they are very, very similar. As close as we could get. And I'll tell you, Golden Hour has more of a kind of like a glossiness to it. It is beautiful. So I'll put that down below, and I do have a discount code, Lisa10. Okay, we're nearing the end. Louise Young brushes. I still love them. I used it today. Oh my gosh, this is priceless. It's priceless. Now, Refer brushes, I mean, a lot of brushes will have these thin little, but there's just something about Louise's brushes. And it was before she went vegan. I think that the originals that weren't vegan are the best. I mean, I hope I never have to live without those brushes. Estee Lauder Double Wear. This has just been in my makeup drawer from the beginning of time. I do think about, you know, Chanel. I used to wear Chanel, but I've never loved anything consistently like this. I was putting it on today, just a light layer before I put on the mineral powder. And I just thought, why do people say this is heavy? It is not heavy. It's one of the nicest foundations ever. And the color I have on is 2W2 Rattan. And then for primer, I went back and forth between the Milk Grip Primer, but this, if you told me I had to pick one primer for the rest of my life, it would be the Sisley Double Tenseur. And the funny thing is, I bet this is only my 3rd bottle. It's crazy expensive, but it is so unique. It just like moisturizes. It's kind of like a gel, and it just is so good. Like if I had to, I was getting ready for the red carpet, that's what I would wear. But if you don't want to get that, I have really enjoyed this primer, which was surprising. It's the Rare Beauty Illuminating, and it has like somewhat of a similar texture, but it's illuminating, but not in a crazy way. I like it better than Flawless Filter. I just feel like it's not as oily feeling. I did order the e.l.f. to try, but this is just beautiful. I really like it, and I haven't found a lot of products that I love, love, love from this line. I do have her new highlight powders to try. I haven't even tried them yet, but I like that a lot. Okay, so let's wrap it up. I've got on my Sheila Fajl hoops. These are the petite, my favorite hoops. I like the regular size, which is much bigger, but they get caught in my hair very easily. So the next ones I was wearing were the smaller favorite hoops, and then I just started wearing these petite ones, and I really love them. So all of the Sheila Fajl favorite hoops. My very first Dean Davidson Castle ring that John bought me in Oliver Boutique here in town before my first, it wasn't even a brand deal. Hourglass Cosmetics had asked me to go to Sephora in Raleigh to be there, do kind of like a meet and greet with one of their makeup artists at that Sephora. So it was the first time I had ever really been asked to do anything big like that. So that's special to me. And then this is one of the first things I ever got from Jenny Bird. It's the Hear Me Roar ring. And if you've been here with me, you know we did another collaboration and we did these again. And this one is actually one of those because it's got the adjustable thing on the inside. My original one doesn't. And it's one of my favorite rings of all times. Hopefully we'll get to do this again. We're talking about it, so I hope. If not, my next favorite that looks like this is the Erin Fader Wolf ring. I'm not even sure she still makes it, but I'll look it up. Okay, I debated on should I wear a black dress or should I wear my black Zara bodysuit? And I decided to wear this dress because it's one of the new ones from my Zara haul. I changed bras, so it's not quite as crazy. And I'll list it below. But this is the Zara dress. And then what would I wear for shoes? But my Havaianas. These are the flat form with a little piece of cat hair. The flat form Havaianas. But if I had to pick another shoe, it would be these. I have purchased 3 times from Zara. And this is probably what I'll wear with this out today. And then they don't make them anymore, but the Stuart Weitzman Nude Patent Nouveau. Do you remember those? I have a pair because I bought a backup pair. And if I had to give you a dupe for those, it would be the Sam Edelman Hazel Pump. I really love those. I mean, I would recommend you getting those before I do Louboutin or something like that. And then I think if I had to say another shoe, my Gucci flip-flops, but I don't think they make them anymore. But I really like, they're in my heart. I bought 2 pair. And then, oh, I meant to show you these when I was standing up. Wild Fox sweatshirt. Brooke was helping me clean out some chest of drawers the other day, and we came across all of the Wild Fox sweatshirts, and I could not give any of them away. I washed them all, and I have them all down there, and I might, but I don't know. They're special to me. And then I have 1 pair of the Citizens of Humanity Corey Crop Slouchy Slim, and I might wear these soon. If I have to put a belt with them, I will, because they're probably, when these were popular, these are 26. When did I ever wear a 26? I'm not sure. I remember most of mine were 29s, and I gave them to a friend, but the Corey have been just like my, jean that really stands out in my mind. The next one would be the Mother Tomcat. That would be my next one that I've bought 2 pair of the exact jeans. And oh my goodness, you guys, I could go on and on. Nail polish. Rose Among Thorns is one of my favorites of all times. Cajun shrimp. We could go on. And what a blessing. what a blessing it is to sit here and have experienced all of this with you guys. Honestly, I feel like one of the most blessed people in the world. It took me a long time just not to feel like it was going to end, you know, that my life being so blessed. And I told John, we were exchanging anniversary cards this morning. I said, so many cards were like, we've gone through hard times. We've been through the ups and the downs. And I was like, we really haven't. I mean, of course we've had deaths in the family and little things with the kids, but through it all, I don't ever feel like we had a really bad time. We were always united. I don't think we've ever had an argument that lasted overnight. Now, there might have been like a little underlying thing going on where I was probably doing something to upset him or vice versa, but it's never been to any, consequence at all. So I'm just so blessed in every way with my family, with God and my life and my faith and my children. Oh my goodness, I don't want to cry, but I just feel like the luckiest girl in the world. And I just am so thankful that you've been here to share it with me, with Bridget, and just everything. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.